One of the principal workings for the East Anglian-based 20s was the King's Lynn to Foxton merry-go-round operation. Here, the empties from Foxton returned to King's Lynn. This was a train-load coal operation to supply imported coal to the cement works on the Royston line. Class 20 operation in the eastern counties was not restricted to freight operation. Skegness has become infamous as a destination of summer-only services featuring Class 20's haulage. This train is en route from Skegness to Derby. In recent years, Derby has become the base for Class 20 passenger operations. The following year, problems with sprinters led to the class substituting on Derby to Crewe workings. These scenes were once commonplace. The late 1980s saw a variety of duties for the class. An engineer's train heads east through Melton Mowbray. The principal use for the class in the Midlands has been on merry-go-round workings from Towton Depot. This pair approached Ratcliffe Power Station with a loaded train. Ratcliffe was at this time served by Class 20s, 56s and 58s. The 20s were eventually to be replaced by Class 60s. Later in the year, two further examples visited the line. During the summer period, these Hunslet-Barclay-owned machines pay an annual pilgrimage to most lines in Britain on weed-killing duties. Here we see the shearing train in action. The locomotives are named after female members of staff at Hunslet-Barclay and are marshalled at either end of the train to facilitate more flexible operation. Note the long-range fuel tanks behind the cab. train itself is made up largely from converted Mark I passenger stock and consists of a spray vehicle, several control and storage coaches, and 3 45-ton water tanks. It replaced a train that until a few years ago consisted of predominantly pre-nationalisation stock. The 20s are hired by 2 companies, Shearings and No Mixed Shipmans, based at Horsham in Sussex. The No Mixed Shipmans train is seen entering the Mid-Hants Railway at Alton. Like the Keighley, the Mid-Hants is also fortunate in that it has a BR connection. This enables it to be added to the diagram when the train does the adjacent BR line. With the need to cover the whole network, diagrams for the weed killers tend to be somewhat complicated. This particular train had started at Woking, ventured to Alresford and back, before continuing down the southwestern main line to Basingstoke, where it reversed again and covered the Reading line. Note the former Southern Railway bogie B utility van as a spray vehicle. In fact, starting in the 1930s, No Mixed Shipmans weed killing operation had a long history of association with the Southern Railway. Even in the 1980s, the train was still made up of ex-Southern coaching stock. Some of this stock is now preserved. Here, the train passes the recently refurbished station at Mortimer on its way to Reading. Reversing again at Reading, it continued back to Basingstoke and onto the threatened Ludgershall branch at Andover. From here, it rejoined the main line again, having traversed the only remaining section of the former MSJW.